Tell us about the time that you, Dad, and the rest of your family seen Bigfoot.
Oh, geez, I was
Yeah,
like,
tell us about that.
I was like, I think I was about 8 years old, and we were still living in the U.S. in Seattle, so we'd come up to visit, and we would stay. We on our way up, we stayed in around the Surrey area back then. Yeah, I think it was like 1972, around I was 7 or 8, and there wasn't much. Uh, there wasn't much housing in that area, in the Surrey area. There was a lot of trees. There was fields. But we're in a campground at that time, and we were playing ball, playing soccer, playing kicking the ball around in a little field. And then there's a tree line. There's a field, and then the tree line, and then the campground. So we were campground was on this side, field was here where we were, and the tree line. And so we were playing ball, my cousin Ryan, my brother Mark, and myself and my dad. We're all playing ball, kicking the ball around with each other. And uh, my dad he was looking at the tree line, and I was, my back was from, my back was I wasn't facing the tree line, so my back was to the tree line, and he was facing to the tree line. And I was looking at, he had the ball, I believe, and I was looking at him, and all of a sudden he got a really worried look on his face, and he just changed demeanor, and he's like, "Everybody back to let's go back to the camp. Come on." I'm like, "Why? What's I'm curious." And he's like, "Oh, over here," and I turn around, and that he's by the tree,
Who's by the tree?
the Bigfoot. I couldn't see him at first, and he's like, "Right there, right there." And he moved a tree. He was beside a tree, and he moved a tree. He just went like that. The tree was a
The
pretty good
branch?
sized tree. No, the whole tree.
The whole tree.
Yeah, the whole tree. The tree was like that, and he just moved the tree, and he was beside the tree, and he's like that, and that's when I seen him full. I'm like, whoa, okay. I must have been looking up because I was pretty short. I was like 8 years
Yeah.
old, and looking up. He wasn't very far away because we could see him clear after he moved the tree,
Yeah.
and he was just looking at us, and we just turned around and ran back to the camp, and told my mom was at the camp. She was cleaning up, and we are almost ready to go anyway because we were at the end of our camping trip. And he says, "Let's go! Come on, throw everything in. Let's go!" My mom couldn't figure out why was he such a rush all of a sudden. What's the rush? And he we were I and my brother and my cousin were taking everything, putting it in the truck, and she was asking my dad what's going on, and he says, "There's something over there. There's something over there. Let's go." And that's all he said at that time. And then later, as we are driving, he says, "I think we've seen Bigfoot." And yeah, we did. I remember.
Yeah.
I still remember it all these years later.
So when you seen him, how tall do you think he was? I know you were young, but
Well, I was pretty short
yeah.
myself, so I'm looking up, right?
Yeah, and
So
how far away was he when you were looking up at him?
uh,
What would you guess now?
he wasn't he wasn't that far because we could see him clear.
Yeah.
Um, he must have been about 70 or 80 feet,
Yeah.
I would say,
Yeah.
because we were in the field, and
Yeah.
we were near the tree line, and the goalpost to the soccer
Hmm.
was a soccer goalpost, and then I would say 15, 20
Yeah.
feet past the goalpost was the tree line, and he was in the tree line. He was right at the tree line. And we were this side of the goalpost. So it must have been, I would say, 60,
Yeah.
70 feet.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
if you had to describe him physically, what did he look like?
What I can remember, he was big. He was big this way. He was big. and he was tall because that tree must have been 7 or 8 inches in diameter. That's what I think. He was standing beside the tree, and the tree, he just bent the tree. He just went like this,
Wow.
and he was watching us, and he he was just like this with his arm watching us, and then we just turned around and we ran. We were like, okay.
What does his face look like?
um, to me, I thought it was long.
Uh-huh.
It was this way.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't very wide this way, but it was long this
Right.
way. And his eyes were dark. I can't remember which color, but they were dark.
Yeah.
They were, to me, they were dark.
Yeah.
And his face was long this way, and hair, just lots of hair, head to toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long was the hair on his body? Was it longer or short? And then,
What I can remember was it was kind of long. It was kind of long. It was coming down from his hair and his arms.
Yeah.
That's what I think it was. It was long.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember.
Did he make any facial expressions?
I've only seen him for a few seconds, but
you ran.
Yeah, and we ran because Dad told us, "Let's go," because he was hollering at us, "Let's go," And what I seen him, and he was holding the tree, pushing the tree, and he was just looking at us, and he was. To me, it didn't look really mean, but he looked kind of puzzled. That's what I seen anyway. He looked kind of puzzled, like, what are we? He's looking at us like, what are we doing here? That's what I thought, because he didn't look really mean, like fierce. Yeah. But he looked like, what are you doing here? Yeah. And we're looking at him like, what are you doing there? So Dad kept telling us, let's go. We're like, okay. So we ran. We took off to the camp.
Wow. So, what an experience.
Yeah, all those years later, I still remember.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh. Not very many people get to see Bigfoot.
No, I've never seen one since then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still remember that one.
There's some stories about the Bigfoot being next or near your house here in Chill Hill. Could you tell us a couple of those stories that you mentioned before to me? Which is, there was a one over here, right?
Yeah, there was actually one here. I was told. I was working at the time because somebody came to me when I was working and says, "Hey, Dave, did you see? There's a Bigfoot beside your house." I'm like, really? No. Did you hear about that? I'm like, no. So I called home, and Joanne says, "Yeah, the kids seen in the morning. The kids catch the bus near our house, in front of our house, just down the road here. Just you could see the road corner where they catch the bus, and they're waiting for the bus, and they're looking up towards our house, and they seen a Bigfoot right beside our house. There's a road here right beside our house, and the Bigfoot was on that road beside our house, and all the little kids, they seen it. And after that, they wouldn't catch the bus in front of our house anymore. They would catch it at the other end of the reserve. they happened for a long time. It's happened 20 years ago, I think. Maybe more. 25 years ago.
So that would be in maybe about 1999 or 2000.
Yeah, that would be around there. Yeah. We've seen one right in the back of me, right in back of this wall here. There's a road. Yeah. And he was standing on that road watching the kids right out in open. Oh, wow. And the kids got kind of scared, and they took off. I don't know if they caught the bus. They took off. They went home, and they wouldn't catch the bus in front of our house anymore. No. So, but I was working at that time. Yeah. I got a call. Guys at work were asking me, "Hey, did you hear about that Bigfoot beside your house?" I'm like, "No." So I called home, and Joanna, my wife, she had all the doors open, working, cleaning, and I guess the Bigfoot was right there. She didn't see it either, though. But the kids seen it. And they, for a lot of years, they wouldn't catch the bus in front of our house.
You said that there was another Bigfoot story, and when did this occur? And tell me more about it. And it's near your house as well, down the street.
I was just down the road here, just as you come up to the reserve. You can see the main road there, right? It was just on the main road, just on to the right. Yeah, it was just a few years ago. They were telling us that one of our neighbors were coming home, and she seen one right on the side of the road there.
And that was what, about 2021 or 2020?
Yeah, 2021. I would say about 2020. And she was saying to my wife, "Yeah, I seen one. I seen it. I seen it." And she asked her where. She was just down here by her neighbors. They're really close. It's just like, so they're in this area.
Yeah.
They've been seen in this area over quite a few years, over time. So,
and you have other band members, tribal members that have seen it throughout time here. Is that?
Oh yeah, quite often. Yeah, they have.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in this area. They've been seen. I haven't personally seen one in this area, but our neighbors have, and other people have.
But you smelled it.
I smelled them because they smell. I smelled that same smell that I smelled when I was, because we were quite close. It was clear when I seen him when I was a kid, and he had a stench. He had a smell, and I just I would say about 10 years ago now, just up here at the creek, not too far from our house here, I and my grandson were walking up there. I was going to do a tobacco offering up there, and he came up there with me, and I didn't see anything, but near the creek there was a rock. There was a big rock where you could sit. A person could sit. I even sat there at times because that's where I go up and I do my tobacco offering and I say my prayers. Anyway, my grandson came up with me, and right near the creek was a rock, but that rock smelled. It smelled really bad. It smelled like rotten eggs. And only that rock smelled. And my grandson asked me, "What is that, Papa? What's going? Why does it smell like that?" And I'm like, "I'm not sure, Stephen. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm not sure, but I think we should go. We should go now. We should get going because you could feel in the air that it wasn't. Couldn't see anything. We could feel it. So we left right away. We left. We came back. He was telling his grandma that there's something up there, Grandma, but we didn't see anything." But he smelled it. But I smelled that same smell, but I didn't see him. So they're around.
Yeah.
They're around this area. Yeah.